Get More Sales, episode number 22, feeding your dog. So a lot of you have heard the saying, he's got that dog in him. And I always feel like I've been able to relate to that. Deep down, I got that dog in me that wants to be successful, that wants to go hard. But I've been starving my dog for years. And I'm finally getting to the point in my life to where I'm done starving my dog, I'm feeding my dog, and it feels so good. The first thing you have to figure out is what not to do. It's all super cliche, super simple, but it's the truth. So partying. I've been partying my whole life. Drinking, doing drugs, meaningless sex, all of that instant gratification. So instant gratification is the main thing. That's what's going to starve your dog. Every time you're out late, every time you're going to the club, going to the bar, there's that dog in you, that dog that goes hard, that wants you to reach your potential, and it's just starving. It's out in the streets looking for some trash, looking for something to snack on because it's got no food. It's got no fuel. You can see its rib cage. Every time you're scrolling on TikTok, you're wasting your life. And in the moment, it might not seem like a big deal, but after years and years, you start looking back like, dude, what have I accomplished? Am I going to reach my potential if I keep living like this? And the answer is no. So you have to stop starving your dog. Taking days off, saying, oh, I need rest. Oh, I'm tired. You got to show up no matter what. Today, I was not feeling like waking up at 4:30. I was up out of bed. I was falling asleep when I was getting my haircut, but I said, I got to come home and record a video because you have to do what needs to be done even when you don't feel like doing it. And that's going to feed your dog. Don't stay out late. Staying out late, you're going to get in trouble. Even if you don't get in trouble, you're going to waste money. I appreciate doing that for a little bit, but if you want to be like a top performer, you can't be doing that shit. You can't be staying out late. You can't be partying. You can't be chasing tail. You really got to be locked in because so many people want to be that top performer. So many people want to earn, millions of dollars a year. But so few people are actually going to do it because they're starving the dog and they can't get that real self-discipline to build momentum. So what do you do to feed your dog? Delay gratification, the opposite of the other stuff. Eat healthy, up early, work long hours, put in 12-hour days. Alex Hormozi, I always listen to him. He talks about this. It just starts to build a fire. Every morning whenever you're up at 4:30 working out, you got to be working out. Every time you're putting in those extra calls at work, it starts to build that momentum and build that self-confidence that, hey, I do got that dog in me. I can work every day. I can outwork everyone. And I am going to accomplish more than most people because I'm willing to do what most people won't. And you got to dig deep and really find that motivation to just keep pushing even whenever it seems like nothing's happening. Because whenever you're starting a new venture, there's going to be a period, maybe multiple years where it seems like nothing's happening, but you have to keep building the individual that's going to persist through any obstacles. And then once you start getting the reward, it's going to be even easier because you built the character of someone that can't be stopped. And then fuck the flowers. What I mean by this is everyone's like, oh, you need to enjoy life. You need to have fun. You need to stop and smell the flowers. Fuck the flowers, bro. You only got one life. Like, if you're trying to change the world, if you're trying to be a one percenter, you do not got time to be hanging out at the happy hour, with the friends and shit like that. You got to be working. This is what I'm realizing. All of this time enjoying, smelling the flowers, hanging out by the pool is wasting time. You need to be working on building your business. You need to be working on taking over the market space. It's too late to make calls. You need to be working on prospecting, keeping your pipeline full. You do not got time to be fucking around if you're trying to be the best. Don't worry about what people say. Don't worry about smelling the flowers, because whenever you start getting this mindset, people are going to be like, dude, you're going a little overboard. It's because you're different than what they're doing, they're going to judge it. But you just have to stay steadfast, know that your goals might not be the same as their goals. So they might want to live their life differently than what you're living life, but you need to stay focused and have faith that once you start feeding that dog, it's going to become stronger. It's going to want to eat more. And then you keep feeding it, and then it becomes stronger. Every wake up time, every workout, every sales call, every time you do something that you don't want to do, your dog gains a little bit of weight, becomes a little stronger, even becomes hungrier, because then it's got to support that weight it's putting on. And it's just a cycle that repeats itself, and it starts getting easier if you can stay focused at the beginning whenever you're not seeing results. So I hope this helps. If it does, consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll see you next week. The most important action step for feeding your dog is being able to say no to all the things that are going to starve it, whether that be going to a bar, going to a party, going to some sort of event. You have to say no if you cannot fit it in the schedule you have made for yourself, because all of these little things are going to add up, and over time, they're going to take you off of the trajectory that you want to reach your goals.